The first response from Biden defenders is that this is too early. The election is still far away. It's not that far away. And the convention's a lot sooner, the last chance to make a change. And it just seems like Democrats may be sleepwalking into an electoral disaster. Joining us now, Kristal Knight, Democratic strategist who worked on the presidential campaigns of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, and is the host of Newsweek's The Kristal Knight Show. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. All right. So why do you think Democrats shouldn't be that worried?
Well, they shouldn't be worried because, like the gentleman just stated in the package, these polls are a snapshot in time. We are still months away from the election, and there's plenty of news and things that will happen that will affect polls. We don't know exactly what was happening at the time when this poll was taken and what could be happening in, let's say 2 weeks from now. And so I think we have to look at polls for what they are, when they were taken, what's the temperature of the country at the moment that they're taken, and then think about the path forward. And what we know is that Joe Biden is a candidate that has always made up the gap, and that he absolutely has time to do that moving closer into November.
Yeah, but what we don't know is coming as the best hope. It seems to me that if that's the best that Democrats have, which is, hey, things might change a lot. And that's true. Things might change a lot. But as you point out, as of today, Biden would get not just beaten, but beaten badly in the Electoral College. I would think that at the least Democrats would be thinking about, well, you know what? If this continues, and if we're going into the convention this summer, and the numbers still look like this, maybe we should have a backup plan.
Well, what would the backup plan look like? I mean, Joe Biden is our party's nominee. He's declared. We are behind him. We are moving forward with him. And as he continues to put policies in place that will help reassure Americans that he is the candidate to continue leading this country moving forward, we are also the party who is saying that we want to continue to see you serve for 4 more years. I think the conversation around the convention and what will happen, it's really just fodder because we don't have another alternative. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, they are a ticket.
But they are right now, and they're going to lose as of today. It doesn't mean, again, you're right. It doesn't mean they're going to lose the election.
That's your opinion today.
Well, it's not my opinion. Look, it's not my opinion. I don't know this stuff. I'm basing it on what I read in the polls. I'm not saying I wish it. I'm not saying I hope it.
A poll that was taken in April versus a poll that's taken in October are two different things. If we were having this conversation in October, I would be worried.
Okay. How about if we're having it 2 weeks before the convention? If we're 2 weeks before the convention, if the numbers still look like this, would you say, you know what? And you asked me, what would that look like? It would be a huge convention fight with all these other people coming forward the way they used to do back in the day and fighting over who should be the candidate.
Well, I think the convention is going to be in the summer. Absolutely, that would change things, sure. But I still think, the closer and closer we get to elections, we know that that's when folks start to pay attention to the electoral process. They really begin to solidify who they're going to vote for. And so a lot of things will happen between April and July, between July and October. And so we have to give this race time to really take shape. And what we know is that, former President Trump is still going through a major legal process. And all of those things that they're continuing to unfold could absolutely affect the polls that are taken now and later. And so what I'm simply saying is this poll, while the numbers don't look great, I think what we have to remember is that no candidate has 50%, and we're still in April, early April, and the election is still in November. And so we have to give the race time to sort itself out and see where we land.
Kristal Knight, thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.